This is filmmaking. This is story.
Across the Spider-Verse
Is up there with Avatar 2 in saving movies.
Easily might be the best animated movie I ever saw. Listen. Easily might be the best Spider-Man movie. Listen, but wait. I should be the best comic book movie. You're going that far. I'm just going that far. You want to know what else this movie proves, brother?
What's that?
That there is no such thing as superhero movie fatigue.
What's up, guys? My name is Adler.
My name is Gwen.
Welcome to another episode of Kaylex Nkounter. What the? Man, I thought it was gonna be a big bowl.
Get your dog cheap and booty.
Everything's going
Throw the
wrong.
stuff away, bro.
What is this? Thank you for the love on the last video. We finally crossed 2,000 subscribers. Damn, that's crazy.
Watch more videos. Watch more videos.
We got a Spider-Verse episode. Spider-Man
Across the Spider-Verse
follows Miles Morales, played by Shameik Moore, Gwen Stacy, or Spider-Gwen, or Spider-Woman, played by the beautiful
Hawkeye.
Haley Steinfeld. It follows Miles Morales a year after the last Spider-Verse movie. We catch up, he's a 15-year-old, he's looking to go to college. He's having a hard time trying to balance out his regular family life and his Spider-Man life, like every single Spider-Man in existence. We come to find out that there's a whole entire spider society that he is not a part of, and his entire thing is, I want to belong.
So I ain't gonna stunt. Easily might be the best animated movie I ever saw. Listen. Easily might be the best Spider-Man movie. Listen, but wait. I should be the best comic book movie. You're going that far. I'm just going that far. Listen. I'm just saying.
You're going that far?
I'm just saying. Listen, I was in that theater, my guy. I had a great time. I cannot think of the last time I went into a theater and had that much of a great time. I back up everything I just said. The fact that it was a Sony movie.
Look, that was the thing. I was in the seat like, wait a minute, what is going on? We are in a multiverse
I'm like,
right
who
now.
did this again?
In a universe where Sony went back to back. It wasn't like, oh, one, and then it's like, can they do it? Sony did it twice.
They managed to surpass the first one.
Listen, bro, that movie was, the thing about this movie that caught me off guard was the pacing of it. I was sitting there and I'm like, yo, they are taking their time with these characters and the emotions. Can I admit something? I'm gonna admit something, and I'm gonna tell you where it happened. I'm gonna get vulnerable with you guys, yo. There was an episode on here when I said it's really hard for movies to make me cry, and you were like, "You ain't never seen Titanic?" And I was like, "Yo, listen, it's really hard to make me cry, dog." I cried.
You cried.
I cried, bro.
I didn't cry, but I get you.
Yeah, I cried. I wasn't like, but I was like, and then like the dude sitting next, there was a dude sitting next to me, so I'm like, I gotta be a man. Put my hoodie on, closed it tight, and kind of just sat there. But it was the scene in the beginning where he was talking to his mother.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I knew you was gonna say that.
It was that scene right there, bro, when he was talking to his mom. And I'm just like, damn, I'm about to call my mom right now. This movie, it did get me in my emotions, man, because I was sitting there and I'm like, every single one of the Spider-Men had their stories. And I'm like, yo, this is filmmaking, this is story. And it's crazy because with animation, there are certain things that you could do that just wouldn't translate well into live action. This film shows that you could tell these deep stories and people will accept it. There's certain things that I feel like if this movie was live action, it just wouldn't fly. It's the fact that this is animated that elevates this to that level, and that's why it's like, it's almost like the old animes, right? Like the Akiras and the Studio Ghibli stuff, right? Like how those pushed animation forward to be taken a little bit more seriously. Like when it comes to American animation versus Japanese anime. With American animation, like things have gotten lazy, and with this movie, you could tell like there was genuine love behind it. It took time to make it, and I loved how every single world had its own style, but it was also still very consistent with the overall tone of the movie. That was absolutely insane. Like that one scene where Gwen was talking to her father.
I knew you was gonna say
more
that.
towards the end.
You saw the paint?
Yeah, I was like, dog, what is going on right now? But like, it was stylized, but it wasn't stylized to the point where it was distracting. I also feel like the quality of the animation went up from the first one too, no?
Definitely. You could
like
tell,
there was a jump.
No. You could tell through Miles' suit. And this one, you saw
They took their time.
Yeah,
they said, yeah, we gonna give this one a budget, because the last one,
even in his glasses, I don't know if you peeped, them shits was reflective.
I realized midway through the movie, okay, this is gonna be split into two halves. You don't remember when they announced it? They said they was gonna do part one, part two.
Yeah, that shit do come out next year.
And that's the thing that I was reminded of that when we got the intro. They took their time with Gwen's intro. That was like 20 minutes as a cold open.
And then they played the, what's the name? Like the studio tags and shit.
Yeah, bro, it was mad stuff going on, and they took their time. There was a lot of characters in this, but somehow it didn't feel
packed.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was good. It was dope. And I felt for everybody, and I understood why Spider-Man 2099 would be so upset. I understood everybody's motivation. Into the Spider-Verse is up there with Avatar 2 in saving movies. Like saving cinema. how we're on a steady decline, this is that type of movie that's gonna bring it back up.
You want to know what else this movie proves, brother?
What's that?
That there is no such thing as superhero movie fatigue.
This movie has two things going against it right now. The fact that it's animated and the fact that it's a comic book movie. Because what's gonna happen is a lot of people are going to overlook that this is just a really good fucking story.
Spider-Punk, my man's just trying to dismantle the system.
Yeah. We got a long time homie. Come in. We mentioned him in that one episode. What you think about Spider-Verse, bro? This is Antonio.
What's up, guys? I loved it, personally. There were, like, key moments where I was shouting in the theater when we jump into Sony's Venom. Yeah, yo, I was like, yes, I started, like, fist pumping in the theater. I don't trust Miguel. I don't trust him. His vendetta against everything is too deep.
I trust him, but the thing is that with him, his perspective of good is different from everybody else's. That's why when she says, I thought we were supposed to be the good guys, he has to turn around to everybody and say, we are the good guys. We are doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing in his eyes, and it's still the right thing.
Spider-Man's
Is the one that's reckless.
He's doing what's good for him.
And it's because we have this emotional attachment to Miles. Because we know how the other Spider-Man stories play out. Right. But Miles is different from everybody else. I think Spot's gonna become someone that's a lot more prominent in the next movie. The writers put him there so that he could be the traditional antagonist, but it's almost like a magician. I want you to look here so that you're not paying attention to what I'm really doing over here, which is the Spider Association, Miguel 2099, all that stuff. Like, they were the real antagonists of the film. Bro, you trying to stop me from saving my family. Like, you're the bad guy, bro. I think that in the next movie, the Spot will be a lot more prevalent. He'll be a lot more, he'll be way more important because now it's going to be Miles' story. Miles versus the Spot. Also, we got something that we think you guys might be interested in. Click over here if you want to find out how they're going to turn Miles Morales into live action by the end of the next Spider-Verse. Let us know down in the comment section below what you guys think about Into the Spider-Verse, and we'll see you in the next encounter.
Peace!